Jammu and Kashmir police had put several leaders across the political divide under house detention to prevent them from visiting the Martyrs Cemetery in Old Srinagar city on Sunday. Remember, before the abrogation of Jammu and Kashmir's special status in 2019, July 13th was officially commemorated as Martyrs' Day in the erstwhile state as a tribute to the 22 people killed by the Dogra regime in 1931. They had been assembled outside Srinagar's central jail in protest when they were shot by the police. The Chief Minister and political leaders would visit the Martyrs Cemetery in Srinagar to pay tributes. The BJP, though, had opposed this. In fact, in 2015, when the People's Democratic Party, that is the PDP, formed a coalition government with the BJP, Chief Minister Mehbooba Mufti visited the graveyard, but BJP leaders, including the Deputy Chief Minister and other ministers, most of whom came from Jammu, did not join her. That's about the background. And since the formation of the coalition, the BJP leaders and ministers had started to demand a holiday on the birth anniversary of Maharaja Hari Singh, the Dogra king in power, when the 1931 killings took place. Jammu and Kashmir Chief Minister Omar Abdullah and several cabinet ministers on Monday, in fact, scaled a wall to visit the graves of the July 13th martyrs in Srinagar after being stopped by the police. In fact, the Chief Minister on his X account shared that he can be seen walking towards the graveyard with security personnel, and upon reaching there, he climbed the wall to enter the graveyard as the gate appeared to be locked. First up, let's listen in to what Jammu and Kashmir Chief Minister Omar Abdullah had to say.
Well, it was most bizarre display of confrontation between elected government and Lieutenant Governor administration in Jammu and Kashmir today. Yesterday, entire government was literally under house arrest, and what Chief Minister Omar Abdullah termed it as tyranny of unelected and elected government being locked up by the unelected government in Jammu and Kashmir. But what happened today, nobody had thought that 10 months after elections, massive participation of people in elections, reposing faith in democracy, and what happened with the Chief Minister and Cabinet today. I am joined by Chief Minister Omar Abdullah. So something nobody had thought it is going to play out like this.
Jammu and Kashmir has this amazing way of confounding expectations. Confounded expectations last year, parliament elections, assembly elections, and today. Those were positive, this one less so. But it's not about what happened to me. It's not about what happened to my ministerial colleagues. It's about the wider message you're sending to the people of Jammu and Kashmir about what democracy means. It's, how do I put it? It's almost as if you're telling the people of Jammu and Kashmir that really their voice doesn't matter, and their choices don't matter, and their sentiment doesn't matter, and their feelings don't matter. So tomorrow, if you have an election and 20% people come out instead of 60%, please remember this day and remember who to blame. Because if you are going to continue to mess with democratically elected institutions, if you are going to go out of your way to try and project them as being powerless, then don't expect a result like Delhi. I think somebody in the BJP seems to feel that if they are able to project us as powerless, tomorrow the people of Kashmir will select the BJP. They won't. They will just not select anybody. And if that is what Government of India wants, after a successful election, they want the next one to be entirely unsuccessful, then continue to behave like this. But don't blame us then for what happens.
For the last 10 months, we have seen there was sort of bonhomie between you and the Prime Minister. You would praise each other, Governor, and would say that Lieutenant Governor, we have good working relations. You have also not chosen the path of confrontation. You are saying, I will choose the path of cooperation. What happened? What changed in the last 24 hours?
Don't ask me. Ask the people who did this. Nazir, if we had been quietly allowed to go and do what we wanted to do, which was just to offer Fatiha at the graves of those martyrs, would you be here sitting and talking to me?
No.
Would your channel be interested? No. It would have been a non-event that would not have been reported anywhere. Please ask the idiots who did this today. What were they thinking? What was their aim? If they wanted to make a non-story into at least national story, then well done to them, yeah? Today you're sitting and talking to me where otherwise you wouldn't have been doing it. So, I mean, I honestly, I fail to understand. I've also governed J&K with control over the Home Ministry. I've been in charge of the police. I would never have taken a decision like the one that was taken today. It was foolish, it was short-sighted, and it lacked any semblance of intelligence behind this decision. And if this is the sort of decisions that are being taken with regard to Jammu and Kashmir's law and order, then God help us.
Even Mirwais has tweeted about you and said it was a taste of helplessness or powerlessness, and that would also tell you what common man is feeling here. Do you actually feel?
I am in no way am I helpless or powerless. I understand the position that the Mirwais is in, and therefore I am not going to get into a war of words with him. But let me just say that I am far from a powerless person, and I don't require an office to be able to do things. The office of the Chief Minister is not where I derive my power from. I derive my power from the people of Jammu and Kashmir, and I am not powerless.
But when you said in your earlier at a Martyrs Graveyard that some people we are living in a free country, but some people won't feel us like slaves. We are not slaves. We are only servants of people. Who you want to?
Obviously, who was I talking about? The people who tried to stop us today. The people who thought that we would bow before them. The people who thought that if they put a CRPF bunker in front of my car, I will stop. Or the people who thought that if they block Sakina's way, she will stop. She got on a scooter and reached there. My father reached there in a three-wheeler. We will not bow before these people. Our masters are first the Lord Almighty, Allah, and then the people of Jammu and Kashmir. Nobody else.
And joining me on the show tonight, Zafar Chaudhary, who is a senior journalist. We have Ranbir Singh Patania, BJP MLA, and Imran Nabidar is the spokesperson of NC. Ranbir Patania, why should the Chief Minister be denied entry into a place of this nature? Martyrs' Day has been commemorated for decades.
Yes, Maria, no point to deny anybody access to anywhere. First, my two questions to National Conference and Omar Abdullah Saab. Omar Saab, yesterday was the Martyrs, today was not the Martyrs Day, one part. And secondly, the National Conference leader, their President, Mr. Farooq Abdullah, he has also reached. Sakina Itu has also reached. There are the senior leaders have also reached. Have they also to scale the walls also? Have they also tried to indulge into a muscular fight with the policemen also? So my respectful submission, Omar Saab, you are the leader of Jammu and Kashmir. You have been voted to power, but please don't play such cheap theatrics.
In house detention. How on earth would have Chief Minister stepped out of his house?
That's it.
He was in house detention. He was not allowed to step out.
My absolute. This is only a version which has been put forth by Omar Saab and his political party also, madam. No official confirmation, no detention order. Nobody can be detained except by a procedure established by law. If that is so, I say Chief Minister should not be stopped. That's my very, very firm stance. But the way you are playing theatrics, the way you are playing out in the media and the social media, that's bad. You need to concentrate on the basic issues, the basic problems, day-to-day issues, maybe Bijli, Pani, Sadak, and these issues. You need to take care of the guarantees you have guaranteed to the people of Jammu and Kashmir in your manifesto. But the hoaxes and hallucinations, they are engraved deep in the veins of National Conference. They have played this politics of hoaxes.
When she had formed the government with you, when she commemorated and visited old Srinagar for the Martyrs' Day, you did not really stop her. Your protest was that the BJP's deputy chief ministers and ministers will not participate. Couldn't that have been done also here?
You see, Maria, my very, very respectful submission, with all respect and responsibility on your esteemed news channel. We don't have any objection. Whosoever visits anywhere, somebody goes to that Martyrs Graveyard or not, we're not concerned about it. We are basically opposed to the idea behind commemorating 13th July 1931 as Martyrs Day. A purely communal clash. A 13th July 1931, first communal clash in the history of Jammu and Kashmir, and you are commemorating it as Martyrs Day. The very idea behind commemorating it, Bharatiya Janata Party is opposed to it. Every reasonable Indian, every nationalist Indian is opposed to it. Every nationalist Jammuite, every nationalist Kashmiri is opposed to it. That's what I'm saying. So this 13th July 1931 triggered a big communal slugfest.
Yes, so if there is an ideological disagreement, if an ideological disagreement has happened, it could have been handled in a more respectable way rather than a chief minister being heckled and stopped the manner in which he has been. So Imran Dar, there are questions that which has been raised by the BJP MLA. Respond to that.
No, first of all, I do not accept his logic of labeling July 13 martyrs as writers. I mean, there are n number of volumes written, and written by people who are respected across literary circles, who have been accepted across the world, across the literary world, as the correct historical accounts of 1931. So I do not want to go into the details of it, but I would just respectfully tell him that when BJP was in government with the PDP, at that point of time, they had no problems while observing July 13 day as the day of martyrs. Suddenly, why this late realization that now we will decide that these martyrs are not our martyrs? So basically, it's a politics of convenience that BJP wants to play, unfortunately, and they are a master of it. I mean, I give it to them.
But what really is convenience here?
The convenience is that there are elections happening in Bihar. I mean, this is what they are going to use. These are the issues that.
No. One moment. Jammu and Kashmir. In Jammu and Kashmir, if the chief minister is not allowed to visit this place, what relation does it have with the Bihar elections? There is no relation whatsoever.
Because I will tell you, they have a weird sense of posturing in their voters. They would tell them, see how we are demeaning a Muslim chief minister. This is what they will do. This is what their WhatsApp university.
Imran Abidar, I am from that state. I think that's taking the argument too far. Let's focus on the law and order. Imran, don't try and create a fictitious argument here.
It is not.
There is no relation whatsoever with Bihar elections.
Okay. Let me
make another argument.
Let me rephrase it for you.
Yes.
Let me rephrase it for you. Today, as Mr. Pathania was saying, that there were no restrictions. I would go as per his statement only. Then why was Chief Minister not allowed to enter into the Mazar-e-Shohada, where he would just go and offer tributes and pray for the 22 martyrs who were killed in 1931? What made the Jammu Kashmir police stop the elected Chief Minister? He had to scale the boundary to actually reach the spot through gravesite and pray for these martyrs. So that is what we are demanding answers for them. What stopped? There was no order from the DC's office today. The Chief Minister, Honorable, he said that there was no restriction. Absolutely wrong. Yesterday, Umar Saab posted a tweet with pictures where the local police station police personnel had come in front of his house, and his gate was locked. He was not allowed to come out of his house. So this is another false narrative that is being spread, that he was not detained. An elected chief minister was detained by the Jammu Kashmir police late night when he came back from Delhi. Today also, in spite of no orders, all our the cabinet which went with.
So my question is, my question then is, Zafar Chaudhary, as a journalist who watches the Jammu and Kashmir politics very closely, was there an order that there should be no visit whatsoever to offer prayers, and that that entire area in Srinagar Old City will be, nobody will be allowed near that place?
Well, as anyone who has known Kashmir for a while would know that there are not always written orders about anything that happens there. But a day before yesterday, which is on the evening of the 12th of July, the Srinagar police had put out a statement on the Twitter that administration has denied permission to all the parties because if you take out a procession, you go somewhere, so permission has to be taken from the district magistrate. So district magistrate has denied permission to all the parties wanting to go to that particular place. Nowhatta is the name of the place where this Martyrs Graveyard is situated. So this warning was already put in place day before yesterday. So in that view, it was very much expected that no one would have been allowed on the morning of the July of 13, which is why everyone who had intended to go there, they were locked inside their houses. We have seen photographs on the Twitter of the cops guarding the residences of the senior leaders of National Conference, of the People's Democratic Party, and of other political parties as well, such as Sajad Lone. A number of other people have also complained. And today, the Chief Minister had to make two statements. One was yesterday, in which he put out the statement along with the photographs that how he and his colleagues were detained inside their houses and they were not allowed to go to the Martyrs Graveyard. And today we saw the visuals that they had to climb the walls and go inside. So I don't know that if there were any formal restrictions today, but yes, of course, as far as yesterday is concerned, the official day of the Martyrs' Day, the July 13th, so there was a warning already in advance in the evening of July 12th that no one will be allowed to go there.
So if there was a warning in place, perhaps you could have challenged the warning itself rather than what played out yesterday and today, Imran.
No, the warning, there was no official restriction to visit the place. There was no order. So under which order was the elected chief minister stopped from visiting the Martyrs Graveyard? That is my simple question to the police. There was no order. I don't know why they stopped Umar Saab from visiting the graveyard. Okay, he couldn't go yesterday because there were clear-cut restrictions. There was an order, as Mr. Chaudhary just mentioned. But today there was no such order. So I am perplexed as to why would police stop Mr. Umar Saab to visit a graveyard and offer Fatiha there.
Okay.
It was.
Let me bring in Ranbir Pathania again. Ranbir Pathania, that since the abrogation of Article 370, which happened in 2019, this is for the first time there is an elected government. There is an elected chief minister in Omar Abdullah.
Please.
Then shouldn't he be allowed to carry on what he feels is the right move to do? Why should he be stopped and heckled by the cops?
Mariam, as rightly pointed out in the earlier leg of the debate, there is a clash of ideologies. We have one viewpoint about 13th of July. They have another viewpoint over 13th of July. Might be, though not the spokesperson for the district magistrate, might be district magistrate in all the fitness of things. He might have imposed a restrictive order which were played out very loud and clear in the social media also. So that particular powers of DM as mandated by the Criminal Procedure Code, they are status neutral powers. Maybe an ordinary man, maybe an elected chief minister, law of the land is very equal for each one of, maybe the chief minister, maybe the commander, maybe me, we and everybody on board also. So for today itself, I also don't have any official confirmation. My very simple question, that if Omar Abdullah was heckled, if Omar Saab had to scale the bar, how Dr. Farooq Saab came over there? How Sakina ji came over? How a big contingent of National Conference workers came to it? Nobody stopped them. My respectful submission, sir, you are the elected chief minister. You please
BJP has opposed its official commemoration for long. Various political parties in the valley have been visiting the cemetery in the old city to pay their tributes for years. So there is a difference in what is being seen here. But then perhaps it could have been approached at a level in which the Lieutenant Governor could have spoken to the Chief Minister and said that this is what he thinks. It's ideologically, a viewpoint that he holds differently. And the district magistrate and other officials of the administration could have again met the Chief Minister and handled it far more maturely than what has happened here, Zafar Chaudhary.
This sets really a very bad precedent, and particularly the argument what my friend Mr. Pathania is making so, blatantly and frankly that, there is a clash of ideologies, and which is why the ideology which is holding on to power at the moment should not allow the other ideology to express itself. So this, these martyrs in Kashmir, different people have different views about them. But this event of July 1931 has been very, very central to the politics of Jammu and Kashmir. And everyone in India knows that they did not die there for creation of Pakistan. There was a politics that remains within the territory of Jammu and Kashmir, that remains within the territory of India. So I think this was entirely avoidable. And this does not set a very good precedent that you have a diarchy, you have a very unique kind of government which has not been tasted anywhere else in India, that you have a government in a union territory, which was formerly a state, where the administration is with one part with the elected government and the police and the law and order is with someone else. So they can take a decision that Chief Minister and his ministerial colleagues can be prevented from expressing their obeisance or expressing their respect for whatever they have been believed in since very long. So I think this should have been avoided. And my worry here is that what is being said out here and what has been done yesterday and what has been commented upon since yesterday, there have been some gains since 2019 in terms of emotional integration of the people, in terms of building a better law and order situation, in terms of building a better security situation, in terms of building a stable political environment in Kashmir Valley. And events like these, challenge the opinions. Events like these shatter those people who have been believing in the developments post 2019. So this should have been entirely avoidable to, cause a heartburn, to cause, an unpleasant feeling among the people of Kashmir.
Okay, Mr. Patania, I wanted to come in quickly. I have 30 seconds for you.
Please, madam. First of all, may I please refer to the official note of Mr. Wakefield. He was the official English political minister to Jammu and Kashmir, whereby he says that this was the first communal strife in the history of Jammu and Kashmir. And these all activists, they were not belonging to particular political party. They were activists of Muslim conference. The idea was, which created a virtually seeds of separatism between Jammu and Kashmir, between Hindus and the Muslims of Jammu and Kashmir. We Hindus, Muslims, Sikhs, and all Parsis and Buddhists and Jammu and Kashmir, we are one community, we are a one state. And this particular incident tried to create a seed of discord amongst all of us. That's why we are opposed to the idea behind 13th of July 1931. Secondly, my very, very respectful submission to each and everybody on board, sir, please don't try to play politics. We are purely constructive. We purely want to reconstruct a Naya Jammu and Kashmir. National Conference should focus on fulfilling its guarantees, not to play such politics of hoaxes and hallucination which will not yield anything for the people of Jammu and Kashmir and for me and everybody on board. So my respectful submission, sir, let's call a spade a spade. Let's not create theatrics. Let's not, Omar Saab, play out the issues just out of proportion. Let him not play a Kejriwal too. Let's all be practical, very much to the point. And lastly, one liner, madam, one liner, please. Now, Mr. Burhan Wani is no more a martyr in Jammu and Kashmir. Now a new tone has been set.
That's a point of disagreement, Mr. Patania.
A new tone has been set in Jammu and Kashmir.
My point is,
we should acclimatize
he's
to
an
this new tone,
elected chief minister.
Please.
He could be communicated by the head of the administration. There is a way in which it will be communicated, not being heckled and stopped the manner in which Omar Abdullah has been. So thank you so much for joining us, Ranbir Patania, Imran Nabidar and Zafar Chaudhry.